I'll be presenting a short paper on the career trajectory of Dr. Ajibgade Ikuejebe between 1993 to 2023. This discussion focuses on the growth and development of Dr. Ajibgade Ikuejebe, who is now the pioneer provost of the Federal College of Education, Ilawe, Ekiti. This discussion covers the period between 1993 and 2023, a period of 30 years. The study commences in 1993 because it was the year Dr. Ikuejebe obtained a master's degree in diplomatic history from the prestigious University of Ibadan, which paved way for his employment into Adeyemi College as a lecturer of history in 1994. When playwright William Shakespeare asked, "What is in a name?" in Romeo and Juliet, he was referring to the idea that names are a convention to distinguish things or people. In other words, just as it is in Yoruba cosmology, names given to an individual is symbolic and to some extent sometimes tells the kind of life and personality of that individual. No wonder the name Ajibgade, which literally means one who wakes into royalty or one who wakes into leadership, has epitomized the trajectory, the career trajectory of the pioneer provost of Federal College of Education, Ilawe, Ekiti. It is not surprising that Dr. Ikuejebe has continued to ascend in his academic career. He is a thoroughbred scholar and academic, rising soon to become a professor of diplomatic history. Put your hands together for that. Dr. Ajibgade Ikuejebe is a versatile teacher who has made great impact in the lives of many people, many of whom have risen to positions of prominence here in Nigeria and across the world. Most of all, many of his students, including my humble self, are now academics in different universities, with some already professors and others on the march to that academic pinnacle. Yet, I cannot think of a man so humble and so unassuming. The academic career and indeed story of Dr. Ajibgade Ikuejebe cannot be told in one short essay. Not even his achievements and gallants can be summed up in any single write-up. Dr. Ikuejebe began his academic career in 1994 as lecturer grade 3, rising through the ranks to become a chief lecturer in the year 2010. Dr. Ikuejebe was the HOD of history in the year 2005 when I joined Adeyemi as a student. He was the HOD who received me, and permit me to tell this short story. When I gained admission into Adeyemi College of Education in 2005, I was given admission into the Department of Geography and History. So I asked myself, what am I going to do with history? Who studied history? What will I do with history? So I went to geography. First week I was in geography, second week I was in geography, then third week, the lecturer from geography walked in and introduced a course, mathematics for social science. I asked myself, I asked those in 200 level, mathematics in geography? They said yes. And I said, okay, this mathematics, is it only for part 1? They said no, in geography, you will do mathematics in part 1, part 2, part 3, and part 4. I now rushed to history. Luckily, Dr. Ikuejebe was the HOD, and I told him, he now said, in his cool, angelic voice, "Why have you not resumed since all these days?" And I said, "Sir, I went astray, but now I have come home." So Dr. Ikuejebe accepted me and then told me that I have more potentials in history than in geography, and today it is evident to all. He came into class on the 7th day of January 2005 to introduce us to a course that he called European History. I was so disturbed. Why will I be studying European history? What will I do with European history? Where will European history take me to? As if he knew what was bothering me. In his first class, he took us through a trajectory explaining the importance of what we stand to gain in understanding the world around us and the world close to us. As students of history, he made us to understand that our opportunities are limitless. We can go as far as we can dream. That singular encounter made me to have so much passion for history. And after 15 years that I came back to the department as a lecturer, that same course that he taught in 2005, he handed it over to me to continue from where he started. Today, to the glory of God, I am the one teaching European history. Dr. Ikuejebe is a scholar of international repute, and he has published and authored 5 major books. His book in 2004, titled Issues in the Contemporary History of Ondo Kingdom, was a book that paved way for scholarly debate. It became a strong controversy. Why would a scholar from Ilaje come to Ondo and write the history of Ondo? It was a challenge to scholars of Ondo history, and I can say probably, maybe that was what inspired Dr. Omojeje to base his PhD thesis on the history of Ondo Kingdom. Dr. Ikuejebe did not stop on the issues in the contemporary history of Ondo Kingdom. He also published a book in 2005 titled Ilaje, Yoruba Fishing People of Niger Delta, which was published in 2005. This book, as I gathered, was adopted by the ministry, the Niger Delta Development Commission, in 2012 as a guide into their intervention in the coastal region. In 2006, Dr. Ikuejebe continued again with another major book, which he titled Ugbo, the People of Coastal Yoruba Land. This book was produced and published as an interrogation into the history of the Ugbo people in the coastal Yoruba land. In 2008, Dr. Ikuejebe, after teaching European history for more than a decade, decided to put something together, and he came up with a book titled Europe, a survey of medieval feudalism, international alliances, wars, and peace building. This book has become a major document that is being used as a course material in most universities across southwest Nigeria. Also, in 2009, Dr. Ikuejebe produced another book on ECOWAS, a reflection on economic integration and international techniques of conflict resolution. No doubt, as a scholar, Dr. Ikuejebe has also held numerous positions in this college. He started as HOD, he moved to Deputy Vice Dean, he became Dean, he became the Dean of Degree Studies, and at a particular time, the Deputy Provost and the Acting Provost. Throughout his career, one thing has distinguished Dr. Ikuejebe, and that is his love for his people, to make impact, to leave legacy. And this is what distinguishes historians from all other people. Historians are people who are careful of what they do now, because it is what we do now that becomes history. For tomorrow does not have a hope of its own until it is interrogated in the past. Thank you very much.